It's time now for Carter's Corner. Everything Bay Area sports on the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. Here is your host, Carter Kim.
Enjoy every damn second of this month. Welcome back to Carter's Corner. I am Carter. Here we are. I'm currently got the Phillies game up on my screen, so I'm going to watch it with you guys, talk about what's going on. Maybe we'll talk some other random stuff, whatever happens right now, whatever happens related to Bay Area sports. And I'm just going to say this, y'all. Enjoy every damn second you get of this postseason, because this is going to be incredible. But here we are. Zach Wheeler is back out for the 7th inning going up against Jose Iglesias. And it is a foul ball on a sinker. He's been throwing that sinker absolutely great today. Zach Wheeler has been throwing an incredible sinker in to the righties, but he has been great. As usual. I mean, it's Zach Wheeler in the postseason. I mean, I don't think there's a lot of pitchers that are as good as that, but he is really damn good. 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. Yeah, he only allowed 1 hit though. But I will say to both teams, you guys are terrible with runners in scoring position. Over 2, over 4. I said this a lot of times on other streams. Like, if you can't hit with runners in scoring position in the postseason, it's going to kill you, because inevitably another team will try and get you there. Zach Wheeler throws a splitter to Iglesias that is out of the zone. It's a 1-2 count. 7th inning. Wheeler's trying to make it 1 more so that he can pass it off to the bullpen with 2 more innings left. Absolute class performance from him, though. He's been great. Wheeler in the windup. He throws. And he runs the sinker in again, but Iglesias gets a foul. It's a foul. Here we go, man. I mean, this game has been great so far. Incredible pitching from Zach Wheeler. Kodai Senga had to leave early. Probably because he didn't, he had 3 Ks, but he allowed the 1 home run that is going to be a problem later, even though he did okay for the 2 innings that he was there. David Peterson did okay. But here we go. Yeah, there is a line out to Bryson Stott. Or is it a ground ball? Sorry. Was trying to tell you guys about this. But anyway, the postseason is shaping up very nicely. As of right now, we did predictions last night on Giant Sports Talk Live. It's been great, but I'm excited to see how the rest of this game goes. 1 out, top of the 7th. Zach Wheeler up against Jesse Winker. Wheeler deals. 4-seam on the inside, but it is not called a strike. Jesse Winker, the DH, has been pretty dang good this year. Solid numbers overall. We'll see how he handles postseason Zach Wheeler. Wheeler in the windup. He throws. It is a splitter below the zone. Great pitch, though, from Zach Wheeler. We already heard playoff predictions, but I really can't wait to see. There's an interesting stat, actually, that I have from the ESPN. Against Michael Wacha, there are a lot of Yankees hitters that have not done great. Gleyber Torres is 1 for 16. Aaron Judge is 1 for 18. Giancarlo Stanton is 4 for 17. Alex Verdugo is 3 for 11. Especially Aaron Judge in particular, who has been beat by Michael Wacha a lot, apparently. 11 strikeouts in those 18 at-bats. But, yeah, we shall see how that game goes, which will probably be put up in a minute. But it has been really great to watch this postseason so far. 3-1 count to Winker. Zach Wheeler deals. He gets a swing and a miss on a 4-seam fastball in. Wheeler trying to shut down the 7th inning to pass it off to the bullpen. All right, the Philadelphia crowd at Citizens Bank is getting crazy. Wheeler at 99 pitches. This will be his 100th pitch against Winker. He deals. And it's just out of the zone on a sinker up and in. Very close, just not in. Wheeler is at 100 pitches right now, and I'm wondering if Thompson is going to come and take him out or if they'll let him stay in. Jesse Winker appears to be wincing a little bit. All right, they're going to let Zach Wheeler take the ball one more time. I'm guessing if this next at-bat doesn't go well, they'll take him out. But he has been absolutely remarkable today. He has gotten 9 Ks, 3 walks, and 1 hit. He's been great. Marte fouls off a pitch from Wheeler. 0-1 count. Wheeler has just been – he's been what he's always been in the postseason. I mean, there's very few pitchers that have the acumen of a guy like him in the postseason. He's great. Might as well go look at his postseason stats. Wheeler from the windup. He deals to Marte. Up and in sinker, does not land. Wheeler in the windup. 1-1 count to Marte. He deals. Up and in, 4-seam. It's a 1-2 count. Great pitch from Zach Wheeler. He has been nothing less than absolutely great today. Probably not a lot of viewers today because, you know, it's Saturday and people are probably just watching the games by themselves. Oh, actually, there's a couple people who came in. Well, welcome to the show. All right, Wheeler, 1-2 count to Marte. Looks into JT. He deals. Oh, it is popped up. Turner has a beat on it, and he's got the out. All right, I'm assuming that Thompson is going to take him out here. No, he won't. He'll let him try and complete the 7th. That's completely reasonable, actually. I was wondering if they might. I think they're just trying to make sure someone's hot in the bullpen just in case. All right. Wheeler. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. Leading by a run. He's at 104 pitches. He has been absolutely incredible this season. Easily a Cy Young runner-up. He deals. It is a strike on a nasty sinker up and away to Tyrone Taylor. 0-1 count. Wheeler just air on his shoulders today has kept the Phillies ahead of the Mets, his former team. Looks into JT, he deals. It's a sinker again, and it is a strike, even though that was a solid ball outside the zone. The umpire today has just not been good for either side today. But here we go. Wheeler, 0-2 count. Looks into JT Realmuto. From the windup, he deals. And did he go? No, he did not. All right. It was a good take, apparently, from Tyrone Taylor. I can tell that Phillies fans are very much nervous because they are currently only leading by 1 run. Wheeler looks in from the windup. He deals. It is a splitter away. It was a great pitch, just did not land. 2-2 count. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. We are looking to see if Wheeler can complete 7. Wheeler from the windup. He deals. It's away on a curveball. Just not good enough. Just not good enough, in my opinion. Wheeler, 3-2 count. It's full. 1 pitch could decide this game here. 109 pitches. He has been fantastic this season and today. Wheeler. He deals. Winker goes. It is a foul ball. Not enough to steal a base. All right. Wheeler has pitched the most pitches in an inning today in the 7th inning. 21 pitches. Wheeler sets up in the windup. 3-2 count, 2 outs. He deals. It is a ground ball, sharp to Turner, and Turner has Taylor out, and Wheeler has gone 7 innings, no earned runs. Absolutely incredible performance from Zach Wheeler, and I would expect nothing less from him. Just incredible stuff from Zach Wheeler today. I mean, geez, that is just an incredible inning of work. And he has continued to keep the Mets on the ropes. his former team, who left him behind. He has kept himself going, and he has been nothing but fantastic today. The offense for both teams, on the other hand, is just disgraceful in my opinion. I mean, we're looking at 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, and both teams have left 5 runners on base. That is 10 runs that could have been scored by either team. The only guy who's doing anything today is Kyle Schwarber. Pretty much everybody else has decided nothing. Kyle Schwarber has more hits than everybody on his team and everybody on the Mets. That's absolutely insane to me, how your offense is just so bad. Then again, it's Zach Wheeler pitching very well too, and he's been great, absolutely great this year. But come on, man, you have to do better than a hit or 2 hits. This is for both the Phillies and the Mets. You cannot be playing like that right now in the playoffs. I know you guys have good bats, but you got to be coming up to take it on. But yeah, right now, and in 27 minutes, we will have the Kansas City Royals versus the New York Yankees. And in around 2 or 3 hours, actually 2 hours, we will have San Diego Padres versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's going to be a fun freaking game, man. And I'm here for both of them. Like, Carter, good to see you, Morkatna. Good to see you. Man, it is going to be such a fun day for baseball. There's nothing like baseball is winning. Regardless of whoever wins this World Series or whoever wins any of this, baseball is winning right now because we're seeing such great quality baseball from everybody. I mean, the Guardians played absolutely great today. Zach Wheeler is putting on a performance for a lifetime. 10 Ks. Or no, 9 Ks. Sorry, no, it was 9 Ks. 9 Ks in 7 innings, 1 hit allowed, 0 runs, 4 walks, but he made up for it. I mean, just an absolute class performance from all those involved. I mean, Kyle Schwarber, though, is carrying the Phillies, and nobody on the Mets seems to want to play. So it's just going to be one of those days where everyone's just like, where basically they're just doing enough to win. And I really don't like that when teams are just doing enough to win or pretending to be competitive. I just think you got to go the extra mile. You drink your water. But yeah, Zach Wheeler today, just another class performance. Another guy we let go for Carlos Beltran, who is really old. I mean, come on, man. It just seems to be Giants history. But then again, it didn't end up mattering because we won a World Series. So, but yeah, Zach Wheeler today has been nothing less but exemplary of what a pitcher should be doing in the playoffs. He's been great, and I can't wait to see how the rest of this thing goes. Yeah, here we go. I mean, man, I love watching postseason baseball. There's nothing like it. But you know what? Let's do some updates on some other stuff. Why not? This Thursday, the San Francisco 49ers will play the Seattle Seahawks. We won't play not Thursday. That's next week. My bad. But on Sunday, we will play the Arizona Cardinals. And hopefully we'll be able to keep winning because, yeah. No, I can't wait for Padres Dodgers either, Morkatna. That's going to be so fun. I mean, it's a matchup for the ages. It's rivalry, it's competitive, and it's going to be – I'm hoping there's a bit of gamesmanship and a little hate because I want to see the Padres sneer down at the Dodgers, but we're going to have to see because I am really into what's going on. As Amir Garrett deals to Real Muto for a strike. I mean – the pitching today has been very good from both sides. The problem is the offense has just been absolutely stagnant. It hasn't even been necessarily the best pitching. It's just been the offense messing up. Padres going to sweep? I think the Padres are going to do super well because the Dodgers pitching staff is absolutely crushed, in my opinion. I just don't think with the pitchers that they have, the Dodgers can win because they only have one experienced playoff pitcher. I've talked about this repeatedly. I don't need to repeat it too much, but when you only have one experienced playoff pitcher on your roster, that's not good. I mean, having Glasnow or even Kershaw there would have been helpful for them, but I don't think they're going to have any help there. It's just not very possible. All right, as it's a first ball one to Marsh. We're looking at an absolutely great postseason, though. I mean, I cannot wait to see who makes it to the World Series. I mean, a lot of teams could definitely make it there this year. It's just a thought. I mean, I think most of the teams that could make the World Series in the NL are fantastic teams. I mean, let's look at the teams that are going to possibly go there. Let's just think about this. Like, teams that can go to the postseason, to the World Series, we're looking at, in the NL, the Mets, Phillies, Padres, and Dodgers. All except for one of those teams have a great story about going to the World Series. The Mets, it's the whole, crazy comeback they had. The Phillies, it's their destiny. The Padres, it's a chance to end the legacy of failure. But no one cares about the Dodgers winning the World Series because they're not going to win the World Series. Kansas City, that's also an interesting one. Bobby Witt Jr.'s ascension to stardom. Aaron Judge and Juan Soto possibly trying to win a World Series. The Cleveland Guardians having ability. Jose Ramirez getting a chance to win his first ring. And then with Detroit, it's also a crazy comeback. Mark Vientos makes a good play to first, and Marsh is thrown out. But we are looking at a great postseason that is going to shape up and be drama-filled, full of incredible moments. But I think we need not just incredible moments, though. I think we need to look at great performances. Because Zach Wheeler, there wasn't too many incredible moments today, but he played incredibly well, despite any, bumps in the road that he had. But he kept the Mets scoreless, and he's doing great. Drink my water. Okay. I mean, Kodai Senga, he didn't even do too badly today. It just wasn't enough. I mean, yeah, he goes 2 innings. I figured he wouldn't go too long, like Eric and I figured he wouldn't go for too long. But it's going to be interesting to see how all this goes. Yeah, I just cannot wait in particular for Royals-Yankees because I want to see how Bobby Witt Jr. stacks up against Garrett Cole. I have a good feeling about the Royals. Pitch count. Yeah, pitch count. Yeah, they couldn't keep him in because he was just getting up there. Great pitch from no, that was a bit of a bad splitter. But yeah, bottom of the 7th, 1-2 count. Amir Garrett looking at Johan Rojas. Man, Kyle Schwarber. If you can pick one 49ers player to play for the Giants, who would you pick? I mean, I'm trying to look at an athlete here on the 49ers player to play for the Giants. Who would I pick? No, Johan Rojas isn't doing anything. It's out. We're going to the 8th. I'm trying to think of somebody athletic. I mean, Brock Purdy did. He was his dad was a minor league pitcher who played for a while, so that's possible. But I'm thinking Deebo Samuel because he was he's a really athletic. He's fast. Pretty sure he could put some pop in that. I mean, he's strong as well. There's possibility there. I would love to see how Deebo would do on a baseball diamond, but that would be fun. I like that. If I was going to pick a guy, Deebo Samuel. But yeah. All right. I mean, no, Purdy's got great leadership. I think he would be a great guy for that. He's, you want a great leader. When I look at Brock, his leadership style is very much just he's just a guy who's there to be with y'all. He'll go to war with you. And I would like that, to have a guy like that on the Giants. But I think there are going to be guys who step up soon, thankfully, since Farhan Zaidi's finally gone. But we'll see. But yeah, looking at the games today, I want to show an interesting stat. Let me just bring up my screen right here. I'm just gonna see if I can zoom this in. How do I zoom in on this? All right. If anybody sees this, let me just see if it popping up for anybody, or should I like? All right. So the numbers between between Aaron Judge and Michael Wacha are very surprisingly bad because Aaron Judge is hitting 1 for 18 with 11 strikeouts versus Michael Wacha. That's ownership. Here's what I say. Like, if a guy has gone like 0 for 3 against a certain pitcher, that's not ownership. But if it gets to a point where it's like, oh yeah, this guy has like 20 at-bats and he's doing very badly, then it's like, oh yeah, he might be getting owned. But Aaron Judge does not look good against Michael Wacha, so that could be a factor. And Garrett Cole, he also, I mean, he has ownership on Salvi and Yeli Gurriel, but Tommy Pham also has his number, so it's going to be interesting. I think it's matchups that are going to dominate this series between New York and Kansas City. But yeah, I'm interested to see how all that goes. All right. It's going to be I mean, we have so many good games today between the Phillies, the Mets. All right. We're back in Philly. I mean, Hoffman is up to pitch versus Francisco Alvarez. I mean, I'm interested to see how this goes. Hey, Carter, good day for baseball? Yeah, I agree. I mean, I predicted this last night. I thought the Guardians were going to win today. I thought Tanner Bybee was going to do a good job, and he did do a good job. And I'm very surprised how badly Detroit's pitching was in that first inning. Just did not look good. Francisco Alvarez, the lines went into center field. That's a base hit. He decides to stay at first. But yeah, Moji, I agree. It's a great day for baseball. We have some matchups that I am very inclined to talk about. I mean, Padres, Dodgers, Royals, Yankees, and Mets, Phillies. I mean, that's going to be so fun, and I'm going to love every second of it. There's just so many things that I'm going to enjoy, Moji, and I cannot wait to see how all this goes. But pinch runner for Francisco Alvarez is Harrison Bader. Francisco Alvarez has played great today, but they need to get somebody home in order to tie this game. Been a great day. But Francisco Alvarez is a great player, and I hope he gets better next year. He's not a great hitter, but he's a great catcher, that's for sure. Because this year, as a hitter, he's been okay. But as a catcher, he's been really good. So I'm hoping that his bat can develop with that. And I'm really interested to see how his career goes, the Venezuelan. But we'll see. Francisco in the door at the plate, 0-1 count from Hoffman. Hoffman in the windup. He deals. And Lindor swings through a slider. Damn, that's a pitch he could have taken. But that's just annoying for him. I mean, they want to get Francisco Lindor out as quickly as possible here. Here we go. Lindor at the plate. Hoffman in his windup. 0-2 count. He deals. And Lindor fouls it off. All right. Dude, this is going to be so fun if it goes well. All right. I mean, that was a slider in the dirt, and he fouled it off. That's kind of funny. I didn't pick the Guardians to win. I actually picked the Tigers. But I figured that the Guardians would win the first game of the series because it's in Cleveland and Detroit didn't have a starting pitcher. But I figured tomorrow Detroit is going to win with Tarek Skubal on the mound. Then they're going to go back to Detroit and they're going to win. That's what I think. I don't think I think the Guardians are a great team, but I'm just a little skeptical of their offense because they can be really good like they were today. But you got to hope that things go well because if things go wrong for the Guardians, things could – if the offense stagnates and Detroit pitches well and has like just one run, they can be in good shape. But I'm hoping that I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm hoping that I'm wrong. But I want to be clear. I'm hoping that I'm wrong about the Guardians because honestly, like when I'm making these picks, I'm not making these picks with like a lot of, personal value because I think that a lot of these teams are cool, but I do hope that the Guardians do something because I think they're a great team. I just really hope that I'm wrong and that the Tigers, don't beat them. But I do think that if the Guardians offense stagnates like 1 or 2 games, they're in trouble. But yeah, we'll have to see though. It's a 3-2 count full for Francisco Lindor versus Trevor Hoffman. Hoffman in his windup. Looks in to Realmuto. He deals. And it's a ball outside, and Lindor will take first base. And Harrison Bader will move to second. The tying run is at second, and the go-ahead run is at first. Hopefully the Tigers didn't burn their pen today. I think they're iffy right now. I think they'll be okay. I mean, tomorrow, if they're good, tomorrow they're going to be fine because Tarek Skubal will give them a day off, but we'll see. Yeah, the Guardians are a really good team. It's just the problem with them is Jose Ramirez sometimes is the only guy playing well. That's the biggest problem. When Stephen Kwan, Josh Naylor, David Fry, and Thomas, John Kinski, Noel, Andres Jimenez, when those guys join the party, they're good. But sometimes only 1 or 2 of those guys show up with Ramirez. Sometimes none of them show up with Ramirez. Sometimes they don't show up at the right time. They're a good team of guys. It's just the problem is that offense will like shut down randomly. Like on one game, they'll not play great and Ramirez will play great. It's just, you got to hope that Ramirez can just pull through again because he's been the rock for the Guardians. But again, this is what I'm saying about like particularly the series between the Guardians and the Tigers. I hope I'm wrong because I like the Guardians. I think they're a great team. It's just I'm worried that something will go wrong. And the Tigers are hungry as hell. And if they smell blood in the water, they're going to go fight for it. Mark Vientos up at the plate. Trevor Hoffman gets a strike. All right, here we go. 0-1 count to Vientos. 2 men on base. It's second and first. Vientos, 1 for 3 today. Hoffman in his windup. He deals. And he has just lost a disengagement. Trying to throw to second. It's 1 disengagement gone for Hoffman. Hoffman looks into Realmuto in his windup. 0-1 count. He deals. It is a strike right down the middle. That is just... And Vientos got caught looking. At Citizens Bank Park, everybody in Philly is trying to get loud and support their guy. Hoffman deals. Is just outside on a slider. Great pitch, though. It's competitive. 1-2 count to Vientos. Vientos has had a great season. Here we go. All right. Oh, sorry. There we go. Vientos in the box. 2 men on base. Nobody out. The bullpen's warming up. Hoffman in his windup. He deals. Vientos shoots it into left. It's a base hit. Harrison Bader is going to come home, and the game is tied. Francisco Lindor is at second. Mark Vientos has knocked in the tying run. What a hit from Mark Vientos. What a hit from Mark Vientos. That is a shot, and they have 2 men on base with no outs. Thompson is going to come out and take Hoffman out of the game. That is, I agree, Moji. The Mets are going to take the lead. This is that's bad for the Phillies. They are staring it down right now, and they are in trouble. They are in big trouble right now. And they will bring in Matt Strahm to take out Trevor Hoffman. That is bad. That is very bad for for the Phillies after a great performance from Wheeler. Just an absolute rocket off the bat of Vientos into left field. That was a great hit too. And and like Morcatina said, they have no outs either. All they would have to do is just hit a sac fly and they're leading and hope that the bullpen locks it down. But yeah, that's really bad. That's really bad for this current situation. The Phillies are up against the wall, and it's right now, it's the top of the 8th. They have 2 more innings left to try and make something happen. Yeah, that was a cookie too. I mean, that was a great hit from Vientos. You give this team life, they tend to take advantage. No, exactly. Like the Mets, again, like I said this last night when I was talking about the Phillies and the Mets series, I would not be disappointed if the Mets somehow pulled something off. But you just gave them life, Phillies. After an incredible performance from Wheeler, you put the wrong guy out there. I mean, after he let Lindor on base with Vientos coming up, I get it. It's righty. But right now, like, he looks bad. Like, really bad. Hoffman got beat, and Vientos really, really took advantage of that pitch, and he managed to get Harrison Bader home. Just not good. There's no good there at all. Whew. And this is against a hated rival as well. So it's kind of insane. But yeah, men on second and third, nobody out. Brandon Nimmo coming up to the plate against Matt Strahm. Matt Strahm, a lefty that has played super well for them this season, going up against Brandon Nimmo, who has also been fantastic. Peter Alonso today has not been great, but you got to hope if you're the Mets that you can get him up there and he can create some magic. I'm a Menace and I want wildcard teams to beat the bye teams. I actually love that, Grand Admiral. It's just so much more chaotic that way. All right, we're back in Philly. 0-1 count. Strahm pitching to Nimmo in the windup. Strahm. He deals. Nimmo gets jammed by a slider up and in, and it's an 0-2 count. Strahm trying to decrease the damage that Mr. Hoffman has inflicted on the Phillies. 0-2 count. Top of the 8th. No outs. 2 men on second and third. Nimmo. Strahm. And it's a base hit in the left field. Nimmo gets to second, and Francisco Lindor is home, and we have a 2-1 game. Oh, my God. And they have done it. They are in the game. Matt Strahm tried to do it, and and Trevor Hoffman is looking much worse now. But I do like the chaos of that, Grand Admiral. Just to be clear, that's such a fun thing. I just love it when like the supposedly lesser teams like knock off these giants. And it's so chaotic and it's so fun, and I really can't. I'm here for it, honestly. No, they need more. If Edwin Diaz is shaky like he was in Milwaukee, then they're going to be in trouble, and in Atlanta. So you got to do as much as you can to win. And they call a cutter up. I don't think that was a strike at all. But yeah. But you're right. You need to get as many runs as possible. Peter Alonso has struck out 3 times today, but he's going up against the lefty Matt Strahm. Will he be able to get it over the line this time? Alonso hits a foul ball, an 0-2 count. Top of the 8th, 0 outs. Runners on first and third. Runners on the corners. Alonso has struck out 3 times today. Strahm looks in on the windup. Alonso ready. Strahm deals. Alonso fouls off a nice cutter inside. Yeah, this is bad for Philly. And the crowd has just gone absolutely silent over in Philadelphia right now. There's not a word being said. But here we go. Strom disengages. All right. Alonso gets set. 0-2 count. Strom. He deals. Pitch clock. He deals. And Alonso hits a one deep to left field. Johan Rojas gets it, but it'll be enough for a sac fly that'll bring home Mark Vientos. What a performance. Alonso, after striking out 3 times today, gives them a 2-run lead, 3-1, and they are in great shape right now. And that was some good spin too by Strom. Or oh wait, no, that wasn't Strom. That was a Hoffman. My bad. No, that was some bad pitching. But yeah, that is. But thankfully, Francisco Alvarez being subbed out was good. Oh, I thought that was in the field. Bad pickoff play by Strom. Harper managed to save the day there. But yeah. All right. We are looking at a great situation happening for the Mets before our eyes. Strom. He deals. That's so insane. That's not even mildly close. Are you kidding me? Like, what is that pitch? Like, that's not even mildly close. That's a ball off the plate. Like, get it right. Are you kidding me? Matt Strom to Iglesias. 0-1 count. Iglesias swings through a cutter. Strom is trying to douse this fire, but he's poured kerosene on it instead. Strom, 0-2 count, looks in to Real Muto. He deals. And it's a foul ball on a slider. I mean, today has just been full of drama between the Phillies and the Mets. Oh, no, they're bringing out Phil Maton. Oh, that's going to be bad. They're about to bring out Phil Maton after his disastrous performance in Milwaukee. That's not good. Against the top of the lineup, too. Strom deals 0-2. Iglesias fouls off a 4-seam. Man, it has been a drama-filled day for the Mets. They have gone through so much this year, and they are hoping to try and take a shot and possibly win this game in Philly. But we know how Citizens Bank Park gets. Strom, 0-2 count. He deals. Iglesias fouls off a cutter at the top of the zone. Yeah, that one is just plainly and simply on Trevor Hoffman. He gave up 3 earned runs. That is a bad one. I mean, technically Strom did pitch to them, but the thing is he let him on base, and that's a problem. 0-2 count. Strom in his windup to Iglesias. He deals. And Iglesias fouls off a nice 4-seam again. I mean, Strom is just trying to get people out, and they just cannot get him out right now. But Harper is due up at the bottom of the 8th. So that could be interesting. A little wrinkle to add to this situation. Strom. He deals 0-2. Iglesias just cannot stop fighting him. Just endless fighting against Strom. They are not letting him get another out. But yeah, if Edwin Diaz, he needs to be really good today. The first 7 innings tonight, the offense was 1 for 21. In this inning, they went 3 for 3. That's some Warriors versus the Houston Rockets level of crazy play. I mean, just an incredible performance, in my opinion. Just how that was an impressive way to pull off the comeback. But let's see if they can continue to keep themselves in a good spot. Iglesias trying to keep them alive in the 8th. Strom trying to get him out. He deals. And Iglesias just won't stop fighting him off. Just an incredible job from Jose Iglesias to stay in the game. It's tiring the Phillies out right now. God, Bader, Nimmo, and Alonso are such chads. They're chads of the NL. I mean, I don't even know what to say to that one, Grand Admiral. But yeah, but they are great players, though. Incredible players for sure. And Iglesias hits it into the field for a base hit after a long battle with Strom. They have 2 runners on base with 1 out and a man on second. Mr. Oh my God has done it again. They are definitely rallying right now, Morcatna. I mean, it is going to be very close, like unbelievably close. But Iglesias managed to get it into the field and make a great play. And up next after Iglesias, I don't know who it is. I believe it's Jesse Winker. No, not Jesse Winker. Rob Thompson comes out to take out Strom. Just a overall unlucky day for the Phillies bullpen. I mean, they've had good days on paper, the Phillies bullpen, but they have today just been shambolic, to say the least. Just the pure chaos and disorganization of that bullpen is going to be a problem. I mean, they need to get back in what they're doing, or it's going to be a problem. Man, this is going to be super damn close. I mean, this is going to be close, like unbelievably close. They do need to make sure Edwin Diaz locks down that inning. Edwin Diaz is one of the most hot and cold pitchers I've ever seen, though. It's like Edwin Diaz can have like those days where you think, wow, this guy might be the best closer in baseball. But then you watch him the next year. Like, okay, he'll have like 1 year of baseball where he's got like 30 plus saves. He's got strikeouts galore. His whip is so low. But then he'll have a year after that where he's just disastrous. It's just like he's a very strange anomaly of a player, you know? He's just really, really strange in that way. But yeah, we are going to have an impressive 8th and 9th inning here. I mean, this is going to be unbelievably close, in my opinion. All right. I can't believe it. Like what the Mets are doing right now, I cannot believe what I'm watching. It's insane. All right. We are back in Philly right now. All started by Francisco Alvarez hitting a nice little line drive into the field. The Phillies fans are absolutely distraught right now, too. It's honestly insane. Kierkegaard comes in and is trying to lock down this inning and quash the fire that's been set by the Mets. He's had a good year, Orion Kierkegaard. 2.29 ERA. Great numbers. Kierkegaard. Good pitch. It's a strike on the outside. JD Martinez has been brought in to try and take advantage of the situation and hit some runners in to try and create a good save situation for Diaz. Martinez hits one up the middle. It's a base hit. It's going home right now. Brandon Nimmo gets home, and Iglesias is safe at third. JD Martinez hits in another one, and the Mets are up by 3 in the top of the 8th. Thompson looking to check for the out at third, but he decides not to challenge. When it rains and pours, indeed. Like, dude, they just cannot get a freaking out right now. They can't get an out. Like, there are just some points, like you say, it rains and pours. Whenever, like, they can't get an out, it just keeps going and going and going, and it's bad right now. Marte gets a sinker on the inside. Kierkegaard trying to get to quash the fire, but the Phillies bullpen is just absolutely blowing it right now. Iglesias at third, JD Martinez at first, Marte in the box. It's a sweeper, not a slider, a sweeper up and in. But Jesus, this is not looking good for the Phillies. Maybe I am the jinx. You know what? I'm going to accept it now, y'all. I am the jinx. I think I might. Oh, no. Marte has hit it out into the field, but Rojas collects it, but Iglesias gets home, and it is 5-1 for the Mets at Citizens Bank Park. Yo, Francisco Alvarez has come and gone really quickly, and they are just in fantastic shape right now. Dude, I cannot believe this. That's actually insane. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, they are just, well, Ryan Kerkering trying to get this final out. I mean, they've already done they're about to do a circle of the lineup. They've seen 9 people in 1 inning. That's insane to me. Are you kidding? It's a pop-up on a sweeper. Real Muto trying to catch it. And there's the final out of the top of the 8th. And the Mets have just poured it on. Schwarber, Turner, and Harper will come up at the bottom of the 8th, hopefully trying to provide some heroics. But as Grand Admiral says, it rains, it pours. And it is up to the Mets bullpen now to lock down the next 2 innings. And I am saying this too. The Phillies have a chance to try and get some runners on base, but today both teams have been shaky with runners in scoring position, but the Mets have rebounded from that, hitting 3 for 5 with runners in scoring position now. And now 0 for 4 are the Phillies with runners in scoring position. So we are looking at just a horrific situation for the Phillies. If they lose this game, they are already in a hole with the Mets. But the game in Kansas, the game over in New York has started. Gleyber Torres and Juan Soto are both on base. Garrett Cole has pitched an inning, has not struck out anybody, walked anybody, earned a run, or hit off a home run. I mean, I think it's all ground balls. He's gotten 3 ground balls or flying balls. But yeah, there you go. Here we go. We have another incredible thing here. I might stream the end of this game. You know what? I'm here to stream the end of this game. Let's do that because I'm pumped, man. I am so pumped with this situation. It's going to be fun. But over in New York, Michael Wacha is trying to calm down the situation there. All right, we're back in Philly. All right. We are going to be back in Philly in a minute, and they are trying to pass this off to the bullpen. Phil Maton, though. Oh, no. Phil Maton. Oh, no. It's Phil Maton. Jeez, that's not good. Okay. Phil Maton will go up against Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, and Bryce Harper, and they are trying to shut down the top of the order. JD Martinez, along with Jose Iglesias, Peter Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, and Mark Vientos have been fantastic today. It's just about keeping this thing under control. Phil Maton has had an up and down postseason so far, but right now the Mets need him to succeed. 1-0 count. Bottom of the 8th, no outs. Kyle Schwarber up at the plate from the windup. Just outside with a sinker. Maton trying to keep the thing calm. Defensive changes. Bader is in center field. Tyrone Taylor is in right. Acuna is at second, and Iglesias is at third, along with I can't remember his name. Torrens at the catching position. Hi, Addy. Good to see you. Phillies pitchers always seem to leak oil. It just seems to be that way right now in particular. It's good to see you, Addy. Welcome to the show. Good to have you here. But yeah, it's going to be like unbelievably close, man. All right, Schwarber in a 2-2 count with Maton. Maton trying to put him away and keep this game under the Mets' control. Maton deals from the windup. Ooh, that was a curveball for Schwarber to hit, but he fouls it off into the dirt. We're looking at a 2-2 count still. Schwarber has been one of the only people to show up today for the Phillies. Let's see if he can continue to do that. It was a leadoff home run as well off Kodai Senga. Schwarber. It's a strike 3 on a curveball just on the outside. Maton locks him up on a curve. Great pitch from Phil Maton. And it is 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Man, Aaron Judge is getting owned by Michael Wacha. Are you kidding? Oh my. All right. Trey Turner takes a cutter on the outside. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. 1-0 count. Turner versus Maton. Maton deals. Turner swings through a sweeper. That is a great pitch. Maton trying to lock down this part of the inning so that he can hand it off to Edwin Diaz. Diaz has been shaky, but it's up to him. Maton fouled off by Turner. It is a 1-2 count. We are looking at volatility right now. Turner. 1-2 count. Maton from the windup. He deals. Turner, curveball foul. Man, we are looking at a game that is going to come down to the wire if the Phillies can try and pull something off. But Phillies fans are currently distraught. Hey, Johnny T, welcome back to the show. And Turner strikes out. It is bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, 5-1 in favor of the Mets. And it is looking bad for Philly, who with a 1-0 lead get shelled at the top of the 8th with the bullpen collapsing. I figured this bullpen was going to do much better than it was. I mean, they had some good guys like Strom, Gierkering, and a couple other guys, but they have just absolutely let it off. Harper on a sinker way away high. Maton probably not trying to pitch to Harper. Surprisingly enough, Bryce Harper hits better against lefties, which is surprising. Harper hits a foul ball on a sweeper that was 80. Harper trying to give his team even the slightest spark to give him a chance to win. Bat on his shoulder, 1-1 count. Maton. He deals. Harper swings through a cutter at the top of the zone. Just a miss. Poor Zach Wheeler. He pitches a masterpiece only to have his bullpen blow the whole thing up. Yeah, just horrible, man. Like, yeah, that's just so bad. Like, I don't know how the heck you let that go. That was bad. Royals pitching got Judge and Stanton to strike out. Soto is the real deal, but got stranded at second after his double. Yeah, let me just get to that really quick. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Michael Wacha owns on Stanton and Cole. Owns And I really mean that. He owns on Stanton and Judge. With that strikeout, Aaron Judge is now 1 for 19 versus Michael Wacha. And Giancarlo Stanton is now 4 for 18. That's pretty bad numbers. I'm just saying. Sweeper, the analytics, accidental pitch. Yeah, there you go. It's a very bizarre pitch that came out of nowhere, but yeah. All right. Harper, 3-2 count. He hits a line drive in the left field. That's a base hit. Harper trying to get around to second. He might get waved to third, but no, he stays at second. Great hit from Harper, trying to give his team a spark, even the littlest spark to try and help them win this game. But Harper seems to be the only one wanting to get in that situation. He has played great. He's gotten 2 walks today and is 1 for 2, but he is just hit. But it might be a little late for that with the guys that have struck out. But Harper hit a nice line drive in the right field, not left field. But yeah, Harper at second. Nick Castellanos has been not great today, to say the least. He has gone 1 for 4 with 2 Ks. Castellanos hits one into left field. Harper might be able to go home, but no, he stays at third. It was a little soft line. It was a little soft drive past Lindor. It is 2 men on base, 2 outs, runners at first and third. They had to make pitching interesting with the pitch clock. Yeah, it is definitely very interesting in that way. I mean, it adds this extra little wrinkle to the game, and I'm interested in how it's gone. I really do. I'm not sure if I like it, but I certainly think it's cool. I actually kind of like the pitch clock. I'm not inclined to say it. I think I think a lot of people would disagree with it, especially players, but it's interesting. All right. Alec Bohm up at the plate. He has had nothing but a fantastic season for the Phillies, but it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Phil Maton deep into the game after striking out Schwarber and Turner, trying to see if he can keep it under his control. Bohm looking to put the team on his back. Bohm on 50,000 backs. Big at bat here. Totally agree, Johnny. Totally agree. Okay. Here we go. Bohm. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. He deals. Bohm gets jammed by a cutter up and in. Good pitch from Maton. 0-1 count. 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Bohm trying to keep the game under his control. Oh, wait, no. That's Maton. Sorry. Maton, sorry. Bohm swings right through a cutter down the middle, and it's 0-2 already. This is not good. I'd say give the pitchers a few more seconds to play off. That's a little more reasonable. I think they should add a little bit more time to the pitch clock, but it is. But Bohm hits it's foul. I thought it was a line drive just up the lane. Good hit from Bohm. But I would agree. I think like 5 or 6 more seconds would be a little more helpful for pitchers. I mean, I think these things need to be worked out a little bit more, but we'll see. I mean, there are a couple issues. I think Manfred just doesn't do a great job of working with the players. That's the biggest problem with the MLB, in my opinion. Boom. 0-2 count. Maton. He swings through a cutter at the top of the zone and fouls it off. 0-2 count. Boom. Looking to put the team on his back. It is 2 runners on first and third. Castellanos and Harper. Boom. Maton deals. And it's not a strike. It's that they tried to set up a sweeper our way. That's thankfully not a strike. If they call it a strike, that'd be a travesty. But Phillies fans are stressed as hell right now. You can tell. 1-2 count. Runners at first and third. Boom at the plate. They deal. He swings through. And it's a base hit. No, it's not. Oh, it's kicked up by the third baseman Iglesias. And it's still 5-4. And the Phillies yet again whiff with the bases loaded, except with Bryce Harper and Castellanos. But that is just that's bad. That is bad. Yeah, Phil Maton looks calm. The kid's ice. I mean, he allowed 2 men on base, but he kept his cool. Most of all, he struck out Trey Turner and Harper. Sorry, he struck out Trey Turner and Schwarber. But then he let Harper get a hit and Castellanos get a hit, but he kept his head in the game. He didn't break down immediately, which is good. I mean, he learned from last week versus the the Brewers. He had a bad game, but he got back to what he needed to do, so that's good. And now he will probably pass it off to Edwin Diaz, who hopefully won't revert to his bizarre form. But yeah, Tanner Banks will be coming up to pitch for the Phillies at the top of the 9th. We are looking at drama at the end here. The Phillies hoping that the bottom of their lineup will do something, but yeah, I have my doubts there. That is just an unbelievable collapse. And I agree particularly with Johnny here. Zach Wheeler pitched an absolute gem. 9 Ks, 4 walks. 4 walks, that's fair. But, he walked a couple people. That's a criticism you can give him. But he only allowed 1 hit, and he went 7 innings, shutting him out. But then Hoffman, Strom, and Kierkegaard blew it. That's bad, man. I'm sorry. 5 runs in 1 inning, and you could only get 1 out, too. You got 1 freaking out. The goal of a reliever is to get outs. It's not about great swing and miss stuff necessarily. It's not about immaculate innings or these strikeout games. Get people out. That is the baseline for me. If you are a reliever, get people out. Just do not let them stay in the game. Everyone gives Logan, not everyone, but a lot of people. Ooh, okay. I have some news from New York right now. Tommy Pham has an RBI, and the Royals are currently leading 1-0 versus the Yankees. It is interesting over there, too. I mean, I'll say this once. I'll say it again. Listen, Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton just got absolutely owned by Michael Wacha, which, again, Michael Wacha's career numbers versus the New York Yankees, especially Aaron Judge, are honestly incredible. Aaron Judge is actually, with this strikeout that he had, 0 for 9, not 0 for 1 for 19 with 12 strikeouts versus Michael Wacha. That's impressive in my opinion. But yeah, Johnny T says 30 swing and misses 2 for Wheeler. I mean, he dominated. He played so well, and they just let him down. The relievers just did not lock up when it mattered. And Harrison Bader fouls one off up and in on a curve. I mean, that's just a collapse. I don't know how the heck you blow that game. That is, I mean, even look at Maton. Look what Maton just did for the freaking Mets. Yeah, he had a bad week last week, but instead of buckling under the pressure of 2 runners on base, he struck a man out. How do you let that happen, man? That's bad. Harrison Bader, 0-2 count. He deals. Bader hits a line drive into center field. That's a base hit off a changeup, and he is at first. Yeah, that is just... The bullpen is just falling apart before our very eyes. I mean, the Phillies are just absolutely choking this thing. Overall, just embarrassing, in my opinion. That's embarrassing. You cannot let that situation get to you. This is not so, as a bullpen, I thought that bullpen, that the Phillies had, I thought it would hold up. I really thought the bullpen would hold up. I mean, it's too bad, really. It's really too bad. The Phillies bullpen just absolutely shit it. They messed it up. At the bottom line is Wheeler just had a gem of a performance and you let him down. I don't know if that's due to mismanagement, but honestly, Thompson trusted the guys that he know that can play. And even though these guys have had great seasons, Kirkering, Strom, and all these other guys, they've had good seasons, but they just absolutely messed it up at the wrong time. As Francisco Lindor strikes out to Tanner Banks. Here we go. All right. Banks is going to go up against, he's going up against Lucien Acuna, the other brother who looks really good at baseball too. Acuna, 300 average, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs in the regular season. Obviously a small sample size, but he's been great this year. Acuna, 0-1 count. Banks, deals. Acuna fouls it off, up and away. It is an 0-2 count. But yeah, that is just disgraceful performance from the Philadelphia Phillies pitching staff. It's not like Craig Kimbrell is still there too. Like, that's just breaking down. I'm sorry, but that's just one of the most inexcusable things I've seen all postseason. Like, you as a team cannot be breaking down like this. That really may have been one of the best postseason starts in Phillies history, and the bullpen, massive fail. Yeah, I mean, it was a great performance. I was watching Wheeler, and I was like, I was out before I started watching the game when I got back to my room. I checked. I'm like, yep, no hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks. That's Zach Wheeler in the postseason, and he does even better. It's just like, as Bader gets thrown out. Oh, no, he doesn't. Bryson Stott dropped the ball. All right. I mean, Jesus, this has been a horrible, horrible day for the Phillies defensively. I mean, yeah, they are just getting cooked. Bryson Stott made a good play. But yeah, the bullpen just fell apart. They fell apart, and it's on them. Like, Zach Wheeler has been incredible in the postseason. Repeatedly, not just this year, but in every year that he's been with the Phillies. He's had some great performances in the CS, in the DS. He's been great against the Braves. He's been great against other teams like the Padres. He's always seemed to be there, and the bullpen didn't show up. It's bad job. Like, I really don't understand how the hell that happened. Like, I don't understand how that happened. Inside pitch to Nimmo, a sinker. I mean, yeah, Bryson Stott just fumbled a pretty good opportunity to. That's just a man. Nimmo hits a line drive off of Stott, and Stott continues to have a horrible day defensively. Bader is home, and it is a 6-1 lead. The Phillies are just falling apart before our very eyes. Like, I can't even believe this. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, seriously? That is just a, yeah. No, that is, the Philly is just, this is probably one of the worst games they've had in like a minute too. And they are just absolutely choking. No, they had this game in their control. Yeah, I know it's only 1 run, but the thing is, like, if you continue to maintain that lead, you're fine. The Mets bats up until that point had gone 1 for 21. They hadn't hit a single with time with the runners in scoring position, and now they went 4 for 7. That's horrible. That's so bad, man. You cannot mess up in that situation. Like, and the Phillies, it's not just on the pitching either. They've gone 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. 1 for 6. That's just bad offense too. I can't entirely blame it on Philly pitching either. It's both offense and defense. They couldn't lock up when it mattered. And they're about to bring out Ryan Stanek to close the game. That's just I mean, 150 pitches for any starting pitcher nowadays is very risky, in my opinion. But at this point, like, he probably could have gone another inning and they would have been in better shape. Like, again, it's a bad idea to pitch guys that deep. But at this point, it probably would have been better if they knew what the future was going to be. But we can't say that we knew. So, yeah. That's just that's disgraceful. That is awful. Are you kidding me? And Peter Alonso. Oh, no, it's a line drive into center field, and it's recovered by Rojas. All right. Bottom of the ninth. Phillies pitchers looking to come up clutch. Phillies hitters looking to come up clutch. Bottom of the order, Stott, Realmuto, and Marsh. I mean, okay. Jesus, man. I can't believe I've taken this team to do it, man. Like, seriously? Like, how the hell are you playing this badly? I believe in you guys. I think most people, myself, Eric, and Glenn, I'm pretty sure all of us picked them to win. I'm pretty sure all of us picked them to win. And they just choked it. Are you serious? Like, how do you let this game get out of hand? You let it get out of hand, man. And that's not okay. Bottom line, that's not okay. You let it get out of your head. Yeah, Johnny, you picked Philly too? I mean, like, I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother picked Philly. I mean, Philly is a better team than New York. On paper, you think of that, like, listen, obviously the Mets have had a great season, the oh my God, everything else, the grimace bit, obviously how well they've played the last couple months. That's all great. But you should not, as a team that you are, the Philadelphia Phillies are a powerhouse. They're meant to beat the Mets, crush the cool stories. And you didn't do that. That's just bad. You disgraced it, man. Like, how the heck do you let that get away from you? You can't let that get away from you at all. Like, that's just not okay. You let it get away from you, and now you're going to be in trouble. Unless they somehow pull off a miracle comeback in the ninth. In that case, I'm here for it. But, yeah, I'm probably going to let this game play out, and I'm going to go and work out. I'm going to go train, and I'm just going to chill. Oh, man. All right. Man, I mean, everyone and their entire, like, everyone who knows baseball. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone who knows baseball probably picked the Phillies because the Phillies are supposed to do well. And that's the thing. I picked one reason for it. I picked starting pitching, and I picked the lineup. I figured they were going to shell and they were going to destroy them with the starting pitching. The Mets have had a miracle run, yeah, and that's cool, but you cannot lose like this. Not like this. Seriously. That's not okay. Like, that's just not okay. All right. 6-1 in the bottom of the ninth. No, Jeff Hoffman and Matt Strahm better just hide in the clubhouse for the rest of the weekend. Yeah. I mean, you let it get away from you. You let that get away from you, and that's your bad. Sorry. Hoffman and Strahm had good regular seasons, but they let it go here. Like, come on. All right. Fastball down the middle for Stanek is a strike. 0-1 count to Bryson Stott. Regan Stanek hasn't even had a great season, and they're throwing him out there. That's how how confident the Mets feel. 0-2 count for Stott, and just not great. He is already in the hole. Man, how do you let that get away from you? You can't let that get away from you. Not after what Wheeler did. Stanek high and away with a splitter. That's a bad pitch. Living in this big world in my head. Okay, that's TOS probably. Sorry, not TOS. This is probably against the copyright rules of YouTube. All right, 2-2 count. Bryson Stott, bottom of the ninth, 6-1. A valiant performance from a lot of great players squandered today. Stott strikes out swinging on a fast four-seam fastball with some ride. Great pitch from Stanek. Because at the end of the day, it's about showing up and making it count. Mark Vientos, 2 for 4, 1 run scored, and RBI. Brandon Nimmo, 2 for 4, 2 runs, 1 run scored, and then 2 RBIs. JD Martinez, 1 for 1 with an RBI. Starling Marte, an RBI. Even Harrison Bader had 2 runs scored. You let this get out of your hands. I really like Vinny Pasquantino. He's fantastic. I like that dude a lot. I mean, great player, RBI ability. He's got great bat skills. I mean, he's a good defender at first base too. Obviously, they DH him because his, but he's been good, and I really like him. I think that he'll do well in the MLB as years go on. It's just he was very unlucky in August to get injured. I mean, they probably could have used him, and they limped a little bit into that postseason. It's just a little unlucky for the Royals, especially after they got swept by us. I was getting a little worried, like, you okay? Like, what's going on? And thankfully they won their last couple games, and that was good. But got to be better. And they were better. They absolutely crushed the Orioles under their boot. And right now they're giving it to the Yankees. And Michael Wacha so far is cruising through the Yankees lineup. But I do like Vinny Pasquantino, Grand Admiral. He would be he's like a top, like, I'm pretty sure he's like one of the best first basemen in baseball. I mean, you think about the best first baseman, Freddie Freeman, like guys like that. You think about all the other guys that are going to be great someday. You think about Harper. You think about guys on division rival teams, for example. You think about Peter Alonso. I would actually take Vinny Pasquantino over a lot of it. Except for Harper, I would probably take him over a lot of the guys that are playing well right now. But I like Vinny Pasquantino. Great player. All right. Real Muto issued a walk in the bottom of the 9th. 1 out. Brandon Marsh coming up to bat. But yeah, Zach Wheeler just destroyed he crushed the Mets for 7 solid innings, and Hoffman and Strom could only get 1 out. That's 1 out between 2 of the better relievers this year. 1 out. No. Like, come on. How do you only get 1 out between like 2 of the better relievers in baseball? 1 out. That's not okay. Like, are you serious? Not good, man. All right, Michael Wacha is going up against the Yankees right now. Strike from Stanek, making it a 1-2 count against the Phillies. Tomorrow will be Christopher Sanchez and Luis Severino. Mets magic is strong. Listen, I'm being very careful about how I say this because I really think the Mets are fantastic, okay? The thing is, I said this on the stream with Eric, Glenn, and I'm pretty sure everybody here was in attendance, except for maybe Grand Admiral. I said this, like, I would not hate it if the Phillies lost this series. I'm cool with being wrong about this series because it's like the Mets are one of the best teams in baseball, and I like those guys. I just thought Philly was better, and I think everybody here thought they were better. But the bullpen just suddenly turned into a pumpkin. I don't know what the hell happened there, but there we go. Cody Clemens coming in to pinch hit in the postseason. I mean, he's played 44 games this season, trying to get an at-bat versus Stanek as a left-handed bat. He deals. That's way below the zone with a 4-seam. No carry on that at all. Man. All right. 2 outs, 2-0 count. JT Realmuto steals second. Cody Clemens trying to just do something. All right. Stanek deals. Strike one. 2-1 count for Stanek. Man, that's just... Yeah, that is just horrifying. That is terrible baseball. Like, man, I can't believe you let that get away from you. All right, 2-2 count, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Stanek deals. 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Clemens gets on top of it and fouls it off. Freaking way. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Over in New York, Gleyber Torres hits a home run to make the game 2-1. Cody Clemens fouls off another ball. Oh, man. Yeah, that's going to be a crazy one over in New York. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, Walker just got absolutely crushed there. That's not good at all. What? Oh, my God. Can this at-bat just end? Stop struggling. Stop fighting against your demise. He's inevitable. The Mets seem to be inevitable. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. I thought when we beat the Mets that badly back in March and April, I figured back in April and May, I was like, dude, they're done. There's no way. But look at them now. They're in the postseason. Oh, my gosh. Just end the game. Come on. Oh, my gosh. What a day. What a day. Just a bad day for Phillies fans in general. Cody Clemens is a rocket to right field. Imagine they come back. That'd be pretty funny. Imagine if they come back. That would be actually hilarious. I would love that. But, yeah, that's probably not going to happen. And Michael Wacha continues his ownership of Aaron Judge. Yeah, I don't know what the heck. I don't know what it is with Michael Wacha, but Aaron Judge seems to get owned by him all the dang time. What? That is now 1 for 20 for Aaron Judge with 12 strikeouts versus Michael Wacha in his career. That is a hell of a stat line to have. All right, meeting on the mound. Y'all, can y'all just finish the dang game, please? You're just grinding out at bats for nothing. Unless I would love to see if the Phillies came back against this. So this would be something hilarious. But it's probably not going to happen. Oh, but Schwarber is coming up. Oh, my God. Oh, please tell me that it actually happens. Please tell me it actually happens. That would be so funny. All right. Edwin Diaz is warming up in the bullpen just in case it all goes wrong. But Stanek, 24 pitches, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Man on second. Cody Clemens trying to come home. Schwarber. He bunts. What? Schwarber bunts? Schwarber bunted. What? Please tell me the coaches didn't tell him to do that. This is Kyle freaking Schwarber. Seriously? All right. Ball on the outside. If they come back from this, that would be hilarious, but I don't think that's going to happen. Imagine. Then our predictions will be saved, Johnny. Timeout for Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber has hit a home run and a single today. He's had a great season. You just hope this can happen. I mean, for him. All right. Thanks for coming in, y'all. I really appreciate it. Schwarber, 2 for 4, 1-1 count. It is a ball on the outside. Finally, the umpire seems to be calling pitches correctly. All right, Schwarber, 2-1 count. He hits a ball deep right. Nope, it's going to be caught by Taylor. All right. Well, Phillies, you blew it! You blew it. You blew it, buddy. You blew it. Congratulations, Phillies. Great job, man. What a freaking joke. Are you serious? Like, are you serious? You blew that lead after Zach Wheeler put one of the best performances of his career on the mound. You did that. A bit of claps for an incredible performance from the Mets, obviously, but also just a great performance from the Phillies bullpen because they performed an incredible comedy show tonight, Jalen. Just a great comedy show. Everyone loved that, didn't they? Can we all admit we laughed at that comedy show? Because that was hilarious, honestly. I love that. But all right, that's it for me. It's good seeing y'all. It's good being around y'all. Thanks for coming in, just talking to me about the postseason, talking to me about whatever. I mean, it's been great. I'm enjoying this, guys. Love y'all. Thanks for being around, talking to me. You guys really make all this possible for me, Eric, and Glenn. It's so good to see you guys here, and Will be as well. I mean, it's great, y'all. It's great. So it's good to be back. It's good to be working again. I can't freaking wait, y'all. See y'all later.
You've been watching the Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network, a Northern Lights Entertainment broadcasting station.